Alright, so this is going to be real quick. This is going to be real easy. The leftover mashed potatoes that you had from dinner. Alright, we got leftover mashed potatoes. And so this is a really easy way to make really good potato cakes. I figure a lot of you have had them, some of you haven't. This isn't the traditional way to make them, but it uses up your leftover mashed potatoes. So basically all you got tied up in this deal is 1 or 2 eggs, depending on how many mashed potatoes you got left. Easy, you know, not much dirty dishes, and easy to make, and it's really good and really filling. Makes a great breakfast. So let's put this together. This will be a really quick video. Alright, so let's get our mashed potatoes out of here, put them in a bowl real quick. I keep my refrigerator really cold, like almost to the point of stuff freezing, just because I'm weird OCD that way. Stuff grows slower the colder the temperature in the fridge. So the potatoes are kind of stiff. They're not frozen by any means, but you know, they've stiffened up, so which is fine. This out of the way. Well, if I can pick it up, there we go. All right, so we're gonna get this out of the way. And all right, so getting loosened up just a little bit. Alright, now, remember what I told you. Before we touch anything, we're going to wash our hands. I go 30 seconds. I don't care, you know, the best thing you can use is hand soap, sanitizer. I don't really trust that stuff too much, but 30 seconds. I wash in hot and rinse with cold. Open the pores up to wash, then shut them down to rinse. So, and we're going to start with 1 egg. Remember I said put a paper plate down, boom, do that. You don't have to worry about getting egg on your table. Top of your counter. So there's 1. It's right there. Mess is done. Wipe my hands off just a sec. And we're going to mix that egg in. You see, I've got enough potatoes here. It's probably going to take 2 eggs. So you start mixing it up. Trying to get a good angle on it for you. You want to get it really thoroughly mixed up before you decide if you're going to use another egg or not. I might not need one, I don't know. I want to get it to where it's smooth. Kind of like a cake batter, I guess, you know. So really, I think I'm alright with 1. You don't want it too loose is the deal. You know, you kind of want that consistency where it's pretty thick. So I'm going to go ahead and put my other egg back in the egg container. Maybe make an omelet or something later. So anyways, alright, we got that. We're going to take this. We're going to get rid of this. Remember I said easy peasy. So we don't have to touch it, make it go away. And so let me wash my hands real quick and then we'll start cooking this deal. Alright, so you want to make sure that your skillet's up to temp. Let it heat up. And like I said, it's all trial and error. I played around. I don't like electric. I prefer gas, but the house I live in now has got electric, so that's what I'm using. I've got mine set on about 4.5, which is probably about 325 degrees. Not necessarily where yours would be if you set it there. So like I said, you just kind of got to play around with it. You definitely don't want the oil smoking. This one here, you put, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 cup of oil in it. You definitely want to coat the entire bottom. Kind of like the salmon cakes I made. Basically, kind of the same deal there. And can't tell you enough, you know. And the only reason I tell people this is because again, this boils down to, we live in a fast food society and a pre-made food society, so some people just don't cook at home and now they have to. If you've got kids or if you've got pets, make sure and keep your handles turned away from the outside. Little kids like to grab those, and the last thing you need is a pan full of boiling grease ending up on your kid's head or on your pet, or on the floor if you walk by it and hit it. So it's just, that's getting good and hot. Alright, so got the egg mixed into the potato. Put this over, let it rinse. And these are a pretty good sized spoon, but just kind of want to get a good sized dollop like that. Put it in the skillet. Just maybe smash it down a little bit. You don't need to do a whole lot with it. You do want to make sure that there's oil underneath them. So, you know, if you notice that there's not any oil, sometimes, like my stove's not super level. I ought to take 5 minutes and level it. It wouldn't be that big a deal to do it. I'm just kind of lazy about it because I'm used to it. So anyway, so we've got the potatoes in there. They're cooking. Doesn't take them very long to get golden brown. And you can kind of tell while they're cooking if you watch where it's in the oil. Once they start getting golden a little bit, go ahead and flip them over, and then you can kind of use your spatula and flatten them down so they don't look funky like that. They'll look more like pancakes, but they're really, really good. I don't salt these, I don't pepper them, I don't put anything on them other than when they're done. I pour syrup all over them. The other thing, if you watch my other videos, you'll remember. If you didn't, I'm a single guy, I live by myself, and for me to buy a pack of bacon, you know what? I would never go through a whole pack of bacon and it would go bad in the fridge. So I cook up all my bacon and then break it into pieces, not little bitty pieces, but you know, edible pieces that'll fit in a freezer bag, and then I just freeze them and take them out as I need them, and they'll last, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 months. I always get all the air out of it, which I think helps with the freezer burn. These have been in here about a month in the freezer. No freezer burn at all. So I'll cook up 2 or 3 of these in the microwave when these are done, nuke them, and then I'll have bacon to go with my potato cakes and syrup. If you really wanted to, you could probably make those are getting there. It takes them a little bit of time because they're a little wet, so you just kind of got to be patient with them, but they're getting there. You could take some frozen potatoes and cook those up, or those steak fries cook up really nice in the oven. You buy those frozen steak fries they have at Walmart or wherever you shop, and they're big, thick, and meaty potato fries. They cook up real nice, and they're good to have with breakfast as well. So I'm going to let these cook for just a minute, and I'll flip them and kind of show you where things are at with it. Alright, so let's try and flip these things and see what we got. Hopefully I'll let them cook long enough. And get the oil around them. Looks pretty good. Like I said, see, you can kind of smash them down and flatten them out a little bit. Oh, I screwed that one up. It's alright, it'll still work. I'll eat it. I will eat it. And kind of snap the end off of that one, but that's alright. You know, I ain't looking for perfection, I'm looking for tasty. And we'll just do the same thing with that. Doesn't hurt to put a little bit more oil in there. Just put it over in the corner. That oil will heat up really quick once you get it in there, so you can just kind of shuffle it around a little bit. And that's one thing about these potato cakes, they do like a bit of oil. So there's that. We're getting there. They're almost done. I'll show you the finished product here in a moment. Alright. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Man, oh man. Even my little broken one turned out good. Look at that. Alright, so we're just going to take that off the heat. And did you get a good look at that? Look at that. That is beautiful. Alright, so let's get a little bit of syrup. Yeah, I know, I like syrup, what can I say? I have a sweet tooth that's just ridiculous, guys, really honestly. So there we got it. And that is one filling breakfast right there. Now I'm just going to cook me some bacon, and I've got breakfast. Hope you liked the video. Take care of yourselves, and stay home as much as possible.